The way how the Volt was created, we were looking for a solution that provides you an electric vehicle without range anxiety. So this is why this space has been created. Just to take questions that will always come, is the next generation Volt then 40 miles, 60 miles, 80 miles? Is this the vision of the Volt? No, it is not. Because the way how the goal of 40 miles has been established, we were looking at commuting distances, and we were saying, what is a typical drive of a customer in a car per day? And you come up with that the driving populations are driving more than 40 miles per day. And so we said, we almost don't want to have more batteries in the vehicles than needed for this daily drive, because even if I increase it to 80 miles per day, it is still not the full range. So why don't we turn it around and say, okay, let's stick with 40 miles, size the battery, and make it a reasonable size for the 40 miles, and the rest will be handed as an engine and generator are on board to provide the extended range functionality. So the concept of the Volt is pure EV driving for the first 40 miles, and then several hundred miles of engine generated electricity. It is fundamentally different from anything else that is there in the market, and also as a long-term vision, it means that we think this concept is the only thing that has the chance to really substitute or be a substitute for a normal conventional car in your household, and it could be replaced with a Volt because you have no range anxiety, you can use it in hot and cold engine. And so the future of that concept means also that batteries, as they become more affordable, will bring the cost down and not necessarily increase the electric range.
Are those EPA? Those are EPA?
These are currently the green categories. Plug-in hybrid, we are working with every, I think, regulation to define what this category means.
Is there a category right now that's called EREV?
Yes, there is.
There is.
Yes.
What other cars are in that category?
What other cars? Actually, what you saw is, and you can do this more yourself, you saw recently 3 press announcements by other organizations who have used the term extended range electric vehicle in their press announcement because they saw that it is currently an accepted category and it is used on the regulatory side to define that category.
EPA with list, whatever the other cars are there.
Yes, exactly. You can actually enter this. And what we also saw, and what we liked the support that we saw from other organizations, there was a German press announcement using the English term extended range electric vehicle because people see there is a space in between plug-in hybrids and EVs that has to follow this definition. Some people will ask, what is the APA rating on miles per gallon? Has not been finalized. It doesn't make sense to talk about it here. So there are several issues because while we are doing the vehicle, we are establishing the categories and we are establishing the regulatory framework for that vehicle. Absolutely. Yeah. We will not, I showed you how what miles means in your daily driving. More significantly is you can run this, and this is a Google Earth drive that you typically have from your home to work, back from work, and you pick somebody up. And what you see is 40 miles of daily driving is if you compare it with your own schedule, is probably something we would say in very few cases you are driving more than this. Now, what we were looking intensively at is this only a theory that we have built up around this, or is this really happening that it is true that the majority of people will drive electrically? So what we did is we looked at data generated in California, almost 700 drivers equipped with data recorders, and we were saying, how many people will actually see the situation that their engine will not even start in their daily driving? And by the way, those were people randomly picked, so pickup drivers, everybody from them. And what you saw is, compared to plug-in hybrid vehicles, where the engine even came on after minutes, you saw that 2/3 of the people, randomly picked people, actually saw the engine not starting in their daily driving. So the more data we were generating around the 40-mile vision, we could see really it will displace petroleum, and the majority of your driving will be in pure electric mode. Now, to be clear how the system is working, how the layout is working, so the production vehicle that you see here, this is a top view of the arrangement, how it will be in the production vehicle. Let's start, and I first explain the arrangement, and then I go into some of the functionality with the video here. The blue part is the battery. 16 kilowatt hours of battery sitting here in the center of the vehicle, well protected. I make a comment about safety. Some other manufacturers that are kind of doing EV test fleets saying probably an electric vehicle we should treat it differently in terms of safety. We have a very clear opinion about this. An electric vehicle and a Volt should be as safe as any other product. So there is no compromise on safety. We have done all kinds of safety evaluation and tests for both the battery, the cells, and the location in the vehicle. We are very comfortable with that statement. Now this is the battery, this is the arrangement. It's lithium-ion technology. It is using so-called prismatic cells or pouch cells. This is a new format. It is different from the format that is used in power tools or consumer electronics. It is actually looking like a sheet of paper, two fins on top. It is a development that we do jointly with two cell suppliers, and it is an integral work between us and them to define the chemistry and really make it ready for automotive applications. So we have more than 250 of those cells sitting in that pack. It is liquidly cooled, so it is thermally managed. It has electronics in it. It is a very, very complex product. You cannot assume that somebody goes actually out in the market and says, can I buy that battery? No. Batteries and energy storage systems actually will be core business of all organizations in the future. Now we have a benefit at General Motors because we are dealing since 15 years with batteries and chemistries, and you have to be in a position as a manufacturer to judge the capabilities of those chemistries. You cannot just buy this component like a brake system. So it's very important that you really have the expertise in-house how you deal with the chemistry. So this is the battery, then the battery, here's the power electronics. The power electronics box, I'm not sure whether I said it before, but 3 years ago, this box would have been twice the size of what you see here. This is able to handle 111 kilowatt, and then the electric drive motor that is sitting underneath actually also has 150 horsepower. I hate to translate kilowatts into horsepower, but people still like it because they can refer to it. So this is the electric side of the propulsion unit. This is the engine. It's a 4-cylinder small flex fuel engine that is then generating electricity. What was important for us that we stay with a standard front wheel transverse configuration in a car. We have not invented a product architecture around that new system. Actually, our goal was a different goal. We wanted to accommodate that configuration in a normal vehicle to be able also to basically take any of our future global compact products and combine it with this propulsion system.